Hey Snowboard Addiction, Tavis here, and in this video we are going to deep dive the backside 540 using video analysis. Video analysis is when you take a clip of your snowboarding or someone else's boarding and break down what works and what needs to be fixed. Takeoffs are one of the most important aspects of any trick in snowboarding, so it's really important to go and see what you're doing so you can get it dialed in. The first step being your setup carve. The heel edge approach, not a big deal on the setup carve. What you're trying to achieve with it is getting onto a strong toe edge carve. To do that, you want to be switching from your heel edge to your toe edge in the spoon of a jump. What this does is it makes it so you don't have any difference in angle once you're on your toe edge, letting you hold the same tall body posture the whole way up the lip. This is insanely crucial for backside spinning, is having this straight form where you're snapping off your tail and rotating through it. This does a couple of things. First of all, it lets all of your rotational energy be used for the rotation instead of being lost going up and down. Second, it helps you go and snap off your tail, giving you a clean, straight pop off a jump, resulting in letting you get a nice spot and hold a constant axis rotation through the whole jump. Because even though I'm not corking the spin, by matching up my takeoff with the angle of the jump, it will sync me up for the angle of the landing. An important part of this is going and making sure your timing on your snap is not too early or too late. The ideal timing has you still having rotational force as you're still having your up force. If I went and had this fully rotated upper body position, when I was still here on the jump, by the time I left the lip, I wouldn't be able to use any of that power because it already would have dispersed, so it won't go and put me in for a constant rotation. Because that's your goal on a backside 540. Rotate, spot, and try to not move the muscle floating around as effortlessly as possible. Switching to his toe edge at the spoon of the jump, holding his gaze forward, the more you can hold the gaze off where you're taking off, the taller you'll be able to keep your body. So he's holding that gaze all the way, holding a clean edge, and leaving off with a nice flat base. So you're not trying to leave flat based, but you're trying to not leave off with this much edge pressure. Because when you have this much edge pressure, what it does is it leans you forward. So if you took off like this, it would naturally make him drift over. But by flattening out that little bit for the last second and making sure he's not having too much edge pressure, it lets him get a clean pop up and very little drift. And what I love about this clip is his spot. Look at his eyes track the knuckle, and as he goes past it, he falls into that blind landing position, looking right back at us. This is so awesome on backside spins because it helps you fully kill the rotation and see the whole time. That doesn't mean you're just looking back uphill though. The reason why he's in that position is because he held his head there the whole time. Watch how still his head is. His head isn't moving. His eyes are locked on the knuckle. Then he lets his body counter-rotate around, finishing in that blind landing position. I can't see the landing here, but I know he stomped it just by how much counter-rotation and how the blind landing was. Very sick trick. Here is an example of a mistake. You can tell that the takeoff's a little bit softer. This is because the snow gun's blowing snow. A soft takeoff is really important to take note of on backside spinning because it makes it so your edge will want to dig in more, causing you to go and angle up a jump, drifting, making it harder to control your speed and harder to control your landing. It doesn't matter if you control your landing if you hit the knuckle, but this was all caused by a little bit too much pressure due to the soft snow. So when you're doing your backside spins, make sure you know if the takeoff is soft or firm because you will need to adjust your takeoff accordingly. Next, we're going to break down the spot and landing a little bit more. So you want to be spotting right at 180 on the ideal backside 540. And then watch this. My eyes lock down on that knuckle and I hold my eyes there and let my body rotate around that spot. Finishing looking uphill, blind landing position. So this is a great example. You can tell I'm not looking up at the top of the knuckle once I pass it, but I'm keeping my eyes rotated over here. What this does is it lets you land with your upper body rotated back uphill, helping you dig in your toe edge and absorb the landing. I have another clip here that will show an example. So I'm coming in, heel edge carve, holding it, switching to my toes as I approach a spoon of the jump, winding up, finishing my wind up when I'm around halfway. And once I'm halfway up, then I start my toss. Throwing it and timing it so I still have rotational power as my tail snaps off. And then as I'm coming in, I spot the knuckle as I hit the grab, right at 180. That's what you want to be doing. You should be hitting your grab around the same time you spot the knuckle. And then using the constant spot, I hold my gaze on the knuckle and let my board rotate around the whole way. And then once you land with this counter-rotated position, it makes it so you can use the rotational force and disperse it through your upper body while digging your toe edge. So watch this. I dig in my toe edge and then let my upper body unwind slowly. If you rush that unwind process, it's going to cause you to slip to your toe edge. Here, I have a little bit too much toe edge pressure, which is why I end up hinging forward and having my hands scrape the ground a little bit, but that's mostly not a big deal. Video analysis like this is absolutely wonderful for improving your riding, and it's one of the things that all top riders do with and without their coaches to go and really get their tricks to that next level. These are the best angles for the coach angles because it lets you go and see the takeoff, what is going to be the most challenging part of most tricks in the long run. Because you should be getting your tricks super dialed in on trampoline, so when you go and take them to a jump, you just have to go and adjust the snowboard variables. If you see the value in this video analysis, we actually offer it to our Addiction Plus students. Here we have multiple pages. We have community, video analysis, and weekly live coaching. In video analysis, you can actually go and submit a clip of you snowboarding, and we will break it down for you and review it and help you know what to work on and what to improve. We also have a little bit more of a hands-on experience with weekly live coaching. Same deal, you can submit a clip and we'll break it down, but the difference for this is we'll break it down during a live stream so we can talk back and forth. So if you have any questions about a trick, we can get feedback. For weekly live coaching, you don't even need a clip in order to get feedback. You can just join in, come to our session. We do like a 30-minute jib training session. We can see that coming up here, we have nose and tail presses with 180s out. So we'll go and cover that trick using our Snowboard Addiction training products. And then we get into general questions and just the nitty-gritty snowboard details. So if you have any questions about snowboarding, you're struggling with a trick, I highly recommend becoming one of our Snowboard Addiction students and trying out video analysis and weekly live coaching. These are the two features that I used the most when I was on snowboarding teams, so I'm so stoked for offering them for a super affordable price. How affordable? You can literally sign up now and get a free trial and test it out. Come get a free trial, submit your clips, we'll fix your form, and you can cancel it after that if you want. But it's honestly just something I'm so stoked for offering. If you like this video analysis format, let me know because I'm so down to make more of these. I really feel like this is one of the best ways to break down a trick and understand what's making it work on a fundamental level. And we can do it for rails, we can do it for carving and any jump trick, and we can go and put more effort into these videos, building up the references, the mistakes, and the successes to give a better idea of the tricks. I really feel like this is one of the most powerful learning tools for really understanding snowboarding on a fundamental level. So if you're vibing with this video, let me know and we will work hard to make more great content like this soon. I'm Tavis from Snowboard Addiction, and our goal is to improve your riding.